Welcome back. That took forever to pick the products. This is the intro for Throwback 30 Round 8 by Jessica Lee for the Fantastic Ladies. Throwback 30 is 30 different projects that we all voted on and over at the Fantastic Ladies on Facebook from the hundreds of projects that the Fantastic Ladies has done since its inception. Jessica Lee had started this back when, 8 years ago, to get some credit to all the projects that she couldn't do because there's more projects than anybody can do in 1 year. So we'd pick one prompt from each project and do that to say thank you for the project for all the people who have suggested and hosted projects. So for our new 30 projects for this year, these are all intro items, obviously. Our first one is 12 Days of Christmas, and since I did 7 Maids Milking last year, which is the one most people do because it's probably one of the easiest, I went with the second easiest one, which is 5 Golden Rings. So I went with ColourPop Ritz because if you've ever panned one of these, it's got the 3 rings inside. Well, 2 rings and a nub. And we are going to try to hit pan on Ritz because I've had it for forever and because it's in a different the singles that are in their own packaging like this are in a different drawer than all the palettes. It gets forgotten constantly, so we need to try to get pan in this one, and then we can get pan in the next one, and then we can talk about trying to finish baby. Okay, 50 Shades of Black. Last year was the shampoo. And this year we're going to bring the conditioner in. This is how we did last year. We're trying to finish it off since we couldn't finish it last year. So we're starting here. It was our finale mark. So we will try to finish this off for 50 Shades of Black. 50 Shades of Brown. We are bringing in the Soul Body bronzer. That's how much I have left, and we are going to try to finish this because it's the oldest bronzer. And it's a cream product. It desperately needs to get finished off. I know, I just said in the finale I was going to try to do less finish, and all but one on this first page is the finish goal. There's also less makeup though, so there is that. 50 Shades of Green. We're bringing in the Glow Recipe Moisturizer. I believe we brought this in for 50 Shades of Green last year. No, we did the Ceramide serum last year. Either way, bringing this one in. I'm actually going to put this back in the box because we're not going to use this specific one because I have several of these downstairs already, but it's a green packaging, and the one that I'm currently using is currently cut open, so we'll be getting on this one fairly quickly. Gotta be careful putting things in this drawer. Oh, that was a fun little... I'm sitting here picking everything out, and I have my bottom drawer with all my skincare open, the drawer above it with all my palettes open, and I go to open the drawer next to the palettes that has my current eyeshadow panning, and the whole cabinetry just fell over and destroyed everything. And my favorite highlighter is now virtually panned because it went all over the floor into tiny little pieces. So that was fun. Fun times. Okay, 50 Shades of Pink. Bringing in this pink moisturizing mask. It's by Design Me. It's called Puff Me Volumizing Treatment Whip with rosemary leaf. Still sealed. I can't even see what it looks like. We're not going to open it quite yet because I got another hair moisturizer that I'm currently working on. And technically I have a couple more after that I was going to use before rolling this in, but since we're putting this in the project, we'll use that next. Where are we? And of course that's into finish. 50 Shades of Purple. We've done this before. This is, I think it was a different project though. Yeah, it was an A to Z. We brought in the Glow Recipe Prickly Pear Peptide Mucin, because this bottle is purplish. We are currently working on one that's about half full, so we'll get to this one when that empties. $50 Shades of Yellow or Gold. Now I'm bringing in the shampoo because it's kind of yellowish. And this is where we are starting at. This was our round 7, so hopefully we can get that done in around 8. 7 Deadly Pans. I went with Envy. Oh, that's what I did there. We're going with Envy, and so we're bringing in my single in Envy. It's the Dandelion shade Envy. Was going to be tossed away in December, but now we're going to try to see how much of this we can use up, and then whatever's left over in July of next year will be thrown away. Well, there goes a whole bunch of it. If it doesn't crumble and do that first, because it's been a problem. All those dandelion shades have become palm children. They've completely dried out and they still apply well, don't get me wrong, but they make such a mess when they do that it's frustrating. A pan for Walt Disney. We're going with Sleeping Beauty, something that you use in your nighttime routine. We're bringing in the hyaluronic acid serum. Again, we have one of these currently in use, and we'll switch over to this bottle when that one finishes, which is actually going to be a while because I just finished off the last one not too long ago. Is it in here? No, it's still down by the sink, but I did just finish one, so it's going to be a bit before we get to the new one. But I want to start with a full one instead of just going off whatever's left, because we'll probably get through 3 before this project ends. Last one for the page. So all those were finished goals. This is the first non-finished goal. For Alice in Wonderpan, we're going with the White Rabbit, something that you were late to get. I did not pick up the Odin's Eye Merry Christmas palette on its first round. I got it when it came back. I just picked up the Christmas Eve the first time around, which has multiple pans in it. This has 2. Pan here, that's hard to see, and a pan here. But we're going to use this No Pan Left Behind style. Try to use on everything. Beauty A to Z. I did do the random letter generator. No, I don't have a recording of it. We got the letter S. So I know I said I wasn't going to I was going to try not to bring in lipsticks, but we're bringing in the liquid lipstick from ColourPop in the shade Soda Pop. S for Soda Pop. This is in the Ultra Blotted Lip. It's going to be hard to see on there, but there is some windowing this. This is pretty old. But after the 2 color pops that I'm getting rid of in December that are in another project, in Project Mythos, this one and the red, which has barely been touched, are probably my oldest. This one's gotten a lot of use though. So we're going to try to finish. No, we got this in for 30 uses. Honestly, I don't think we're going to make it to 30 uses with how much is in here. We might finish this before then. But I wanted 30 uses just in case. Got that. Birthstone Beauty. So this is my 4th year doing Throwback 30. First 2 years I went with Cancer, which is my sign for the Zodiac Planner, and July for Birthstone Beauty. This last year I did Aries and March because those were my daughters. So this year for both of those, we're going to do my husband's, which is Sagittarius in December. So Birthstone Beauty. December is Blue Topaz. So we're bringing in the Cleona shade Ciel. I don't know, Ciel, however that's pronounced. And we're going to go 30 uses on that one. I have a little Z-pack with the singles from this project. Child of the 80s. I randomly rolled and got, because I still had Child of the 80s in my wheel from when I did it, because it's currently not going on. It's on a hiatus. But we got Relax by Duran Duran. Relax, don't do it. Which is a bath product. So we're going with the Tree Scrub in Preppy Peach. Now I have another one that I just opened 2 weeks ago. So it's going to be a little bit before we get to this. We'll probably still be on that one for the next update. But after that, we should be on this. And by the next update, the other one should be just about done. But not quite. So got a couple months before we get started on this. Because it take me about 6 weeks to get through one of these. But yeah, we got this in to finish. And then last of our singles is for Clue Special Panning Edition. We went with Miss Scarlet, which obviously is a red product. And because we have been rolling in Odin's Eye every year, our Odin's Eye this year is Leon, which is why I went with Scarlet. I didn't have an Odin's Eye that matched the other prompts. So we have that in for 30 uses or pan, whichever comes first. So we'll see which one ends up happening. Disney Princesses, we went with Cinderella, which is light blue, or I think it's gray is Aurora, which is weird because Aurora should be gray and pink. I don't remember what the other color for Cinderella was, but we went with the light blue and rolled in the Color Pop highlighter and Flip Flop. It already has a pan, so we couldn't put it in for pan. So we put it in for 30 uses. It's nowhere close to ready to try to actually pan it yet. But since it's already got pan, we'll get some usage out of it. Face the Music, I randomly rolled because, again, I already have it from when I did it. I did not realize it was coming back this year, so I didn't do this year. I will be joining in next year, because I love Face the Music. But randomly rolled in Surfin' USA by the Beach Boys. So we're going with, which is a beach themed product. So we're going with the Too Faced Born This Way Sunset Stripped. I'm going to try Hit Pan in the shade High Tide because I thought High Tide sounded good for surfing. Not that I know anything about surfing. Gimme the Glow. We're rolling in the glowiest product I have, which is the Fenty How Many Carats and Diamond Bomb, which is kind of dirty. It's got some foundation mixed in. It's another one that it's still too new to try to even think about hitting pan, so we're rolling it in for 30 uses. So both of our highlighters are 30 uses. That should allow us to do both. Oh, there it goes. Watch. To do both of them this year. I'm going with a lot easier goals in a lot of ways. The skincare and stuff is all finished goals, but I'm trying to be friendlier on myself this year. I Heart the 90s. I randomly rolled in Baby Tees, which was a mini product. And I've had this mini sitting around for 2 or 3 years now. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish. And it's a mini Charlotte Tilbury powder for under the eyes. So we're going to try to finish this one off. I think it's the only makeup product we have in to finish, but because it's tiny. I still think because it's only going to be under the eyes, it's going to take most of the year. But we'll see how that goes. Lip Service, as always, is our current Laneige lip mask, which is in their original scent. This is how far we got last year. This is a 2-year product. That's our starting point. And if everything holds, we will finish that this year. Mean Girls quotes, which is honestly the project I like the least, but I don't like Mean Girls. I'm too old for it. I'm a Heather's. I'm too old for Mean Girls. So we went with On Wednesdays We Wear Pink, which is the only quote I really know from the movie. So we went with the refill for the moisturizer. Come on. There it opens. Which is pink. So this is how much we currently have, which is actually looking a lot peachier. So we're maybe halfway. When this one finishes, we'll bring this one in to replace it. And again, there's going to be absolutely no problem getting that. There we go. Getting that done. Nah, last one page. No, 3 pages this year. I spaced them out a little more. Nightmare Before Christmas, same as last year. We're rolling in Bane by Melt, which is my black lipstick. Well, I have black liquid lipstick as well from Melt. But this is the only way I get use out of the black lipsticks is by rolling them into this project for this prop. So yeah, we were able to get our 15 uses last year. Hopefully we can get our 15 uses again This year, Panner's Solitaire. This one upset me. Okay, so you're supposed to put 52 products in a bag or box or whatever, and then randomly place them out in the solitaire thing. I cheated. That's a little for me. So I randomly rolled. I used the number generator to roll which category, and we got blush. And then I randomly rolled the blush wheel to see which blush we were going to pan. And we got Pretty Thing, which we just rolled out, which I said I didn't want to do again. But it's the one that we randomly rolled, so we're going to do it again. So that's where we're at. We're trying to finish it. We were not able to finish it this year. We'll see about this year. Maybe if I can get the other two cream blushes out and the lipsticks and everything else that's being used as liquid blush, we might have a chance. So we'll see after December. Same pan last year. I went with Pride Month because I need to finish off this Glow Recipe Pride Toner. They have in specifically for Pride Month every year. It's got the rainbow bottle instead of the regular pink bottle. Or this is not wanting to go back in. Come on. Come on. You need to stay safe until I can use you. Our current toner is mostly full, so it'll be a couple months before we can get to that one, but we'll have that in to finish, and I don't see a problem getting the one that's currently in and that one done by the end of the year. Skin is in. Rolled in the Paula's Choice sunscreen. If you've been here for a while, you know the Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid with Broad Spectrum SPF 50 is my daily moisturizer for under the makeup. I do this during skincare. This is the current one. I was trying to feel where it is. I think it's about here. I do that, and then I was using the e.l.f. spray facial SPF over the makeup throughout the day. I'm now using this one because SPF needs to be reapplied, but you can't reapply cream over makeup. That's into the Paula's Choice is into finish, and again, I don't see that being an issue. Star Wars Panning Saga, we want Chewbacca, which is a hair product. We're rolling in Olaplex number 6, which you guys have probably seen me roll into things before. I'm going to put this into finish. I did not look at where the current one is, so I'm not sure how much longer that one has. So this will be a little bit before that gets started. That's expensive. Going with something that's still in the box. This is Dior Forever Skinwear Foundation in neutral. I haven't even opened this to look at it. And that's going to be a winter shade. So that means we are back to 4 foundations that are currently in projects. I can't use this until October anyhow because of the shade. So we have 2, no, we rolled out one of the summer shades. So we have a summer shade we're currently using that will probably finish off the rest of summer. And then we have another winter shade that's in a project. And then after that, we'll get to this. Hopefully, well, The other Winter Shades project ends in November. So, mid-November at the latest, we'll get started on this one. But it'll be a bit. That one's just going to be sitting in the box for a while. I just broke my nail scratching my head. Wonderful. That's how weak my nails are. They're constantly breaking on everything. That's the 2000s. We went with flip phone, which is something in a compact. So we rolled in the ColourPop heart-shaped compact and Let's Dance. This is where we're at. We've got it in for 30 uses. Because I could try to finish it, but again, I got too many blushes and projects right now, and it's just gonna destroy the product, finishing on those to try to put it in to finish. Tiny pans. We're going with the e.l.f. Rose Water, and we're doing this kind of. So Tiny Pans was a classic Pan That Palette theme. So we're going to kind of do Pan That Palette, but we're going to do it we're just trying to get pans in every shade. So this one's already got a pan. So we need to try to get pans in these two and the dark shimmery black. Which we've already got shimmery black in. So that one's going to have, this shade at least is going to have to wait. I can't open that door right now because of where I'm sitting at. I still need to rearrange. Everything got scooched when stuff fell. Turn and Burn. We're going with the Ole Henriksen Peach Glaze Glow Niacinamide Serum. This peach-powered serum instantly plumps skin with hydration and brightens over time for a juicy glaze glow. Apply 1 to 2 pumps for an instant glow. For external use only, use as directed. Okay, this is the free with stuff from Ulta. This is what it looks like. So with all the Turn Burn products, this is a finish. Because it's just a sample. We'll see how long that takes. From the description, I think this is a good one to use now. And then finally, Zodiac Panner. Again, we're doing Sagittarius for my husband, which is dark purple, or rich purple, or dark blues. So we're bringing the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in Power Trip, which is a duochrome liner. It's not shifting on the camera. Well, it shifts on the palm. Sometimes. Goes from blue to purple. So I figured that covered. I don't know. It's very purple to me. I can get blue on the camera. That's kind of a gray. Those are the liners. Okay, so that's all 30 products. Again, because we're doing skincare, a lot of these will have to wait until the current skincare is done. Even though the current skincare is the same skincare. What can I say? I found what works and I use it. But yeah, makeup products, we have the eyeliner I just showed you, that mini powder, there it is, by Charlotte Tilbury. Come here. We've got 2 highlighters, which are actually in the drawer for now. The lipstick, 2 lipsticks, the Soda Pop, the black, and we have these 2 full palettes to work on, and then our 3 singles, and there goes more of the green. It is just that dry and crumbly. That's why I said we're going to finish it. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it all or if it's just going to fall out every month, but it'll be done by the end of the project. So that's that, and we will see you. There is no graveyard this month, so we'll see you on the 1st for Pan those eyeshadows. Bye.